Good afternoon, Professor. Thank you.
Yeah, we can hear you. Okay, we can go ahead and start.
Yes.
General response again.
Okay.
How the advantages. So I guess that's start.
Yeah. Okay. So, good afternoon, all of you. This is Madhusudan Singh. I'm going to talk about. We're going to discuss about the tool, techniques, and application of data science in contemporary era. Like what type of data science, what type of tools and techniques we are using in current time, and what is the perspective of those things. So before that, going to talking about the tools and techniques, let's see, talk about to first what is the data science, right? So we need to understand about to the data science first, and those how to use in the current situations and current time and future perspective, where is these applications are using that things. So as here is my contents. So today we're going to discuss about to what is data science tools, techniques, and applications. And let's start to what is the really data science. As a we can imagine that is name itself, that data science. What this mean is that what is the data, whatever digitally we are doing, whatever things we can access from the website, from bloggings, from anywhere, those all things are is part from the, that is called the data, right? So data means anything that can be, we can see, we can get it to receive in the form of the information, or form not exactly information, but data is the raw data, is the completely anything in the digitally we get it those things. And those data, if we are changed in the meaning, in the something we modified or refined, then it changed in the information. That information getting, like for example, we'll be talking about the Gannon University. If we are giving the alphabet as a to C, we cannot find that this A to Z, that is the data. A to Z is the data. But if we are going to refine those things and rename that Gannon University, so GANNON, that is making the sense, that is giving the some information. We are talking about the some place, some university things. So that is the information, and data is the A to Z, whatever those are using the data. And managing those things, changing in the information, changing in the some, making the some decision basis to things, that we can use the science, that thing we make the some meaningful decision making to data. For that things, through the analysis, through the analyzing data and all things, that can be make the some science. So we use the some statistics, some tools, some techniques, things to be analyze those information. So that's the data science. Let's see in the more basic informations. Data science is a practice of mining the large data sets of the raw data. Raw data, as I mentioned, that A to Z, whatever the A to Z, 0 to 9, 0 to 100, what is those things that are the data. So those are the raw data, that is not any form, not this unstructured data, that we cannot get the any information, we cannot get the any meaning from that things. So those things like data science is the practice of mining large data set of raw data, both structured and unstructured. Means structured means we are going to make it the in information way, or unstructured means that is the different thing, there is nothing is defining, that is the giving the some any, we just collecting the data A B C D E F, like those things. But those information we going to make it the some structure way. Okay, we getting the some information, this is the for A to Z is the alphabet, coming from the alphabet, that is make the structures things. So structure and unstructures to identify the patterns and extract the actionable insight for them. So that is the data science. So data science is depend on these five things, that is the whole data science is going to concise these five important features. For first, that is a data gathering, that is we acquiring the data from, sometimes extracting it or entering it into the system data. So we are collecting or storing some data for that thing. Then second is data maintenance. Where is the like servers, DBMS, database management system. So we use like data maintenance with data warehousing, data cleansing, data processing, data staging, and data architecturing. We're making the data to be according to our requirement, according to our applications things. Third, we have data processing. What data processing is talking about to, in data processing we have to data mining, data classification, clustering, making the group of some clusters, group of the data, what this data is related with the what particular things, meaning of what is the going to be like, for example, we have so many vegetables and fruits. So we have going to make the cluster, fruits in the one cluster, vegetables in the one clusters. Those things is make the separately. So that is clustering. Those similar thing we're going to do with the data. Data has some meaningful those using to some applications. So we are going to use which cluster and which group are going to use this particular data, like that things. And data classification, data clustering, and data modeling, data summarizing. We're going to summarize those data about to the particular data is related with the what particular application, what particular things is the getting the some particular meaning, or getting the some particular decisions to help us to making some decisions. So that type of call the data processing. Fourth, we have to data analysis. Data analysis, it analyze the data, what data we have, and make it that according to giving that some techniques like regressions, clustering, and qualitative analysis, text mining, those type of some making the applications, and those type of doing some analyzing the data and getting those information to making that to be help us to make the some decisions. That things is using for the data analysis. And last, we have to data visualization. What result we are going to present, what after the analysis, what result we are getting, we are those and things we are represent with the interactive form, or that can be data we can represent in interactive form, that can be easier to understand by the who is don't know about anything that particular data. So that is the data visualization. So data science is the not only for the specifically per sub field, it is a currently it is interdisciplinary. It is has a statistics, inference, computer science. It can use for the predictive analysis, for the stock market analysis, those type prediction and that type of things. They are using to machine learning like AI, artificial intelligence, and it data science is providing to the new technologies to gain the insight from the data. So this current time we can some of the researchers, he mentioned that data is in future, data is the fuel. Data going to play as a fuel for the our for machines, for the whatever we are going to do in our technology field or non-technology field, in business field. So everywhere this data going to be play very important role, and is playing going to be play as a fuel things. Next, yeah, so here I'm talking about to data science and interdisciplinary, statistics, inference, computer science, predictive, and machine learning algorithm with the technologies new to getting that things. So data science enables the businesses and processes to huge amount of structured and non unstructured big data. There is to detect the pattern. So now here comes to new words that is talking about to big data. So data science and big data, we cannot say that these are the same thing. Big data means there is a data are collecting, just collecting to unstructured way. They have no structure and no analyzing and no process things. They are just storing the huge amount of data. But data science, they are going to make it the some analyzing things. They have some steps to do the process. That is the basic difference between the big data and data science thing. So but big data, with the help of data, big data, we can make it the some decisions, and we can make the some analyzing process things. So benefits of data science, we have to increase the efficiency, manage the cost, we can identify the new market opportunities and new future of our decision making things, and boost the predict of the product, what type of product is gonna be is huge, demand in the market and huge demand in the by the consumers and those type of thing. Decision in business point of view, we can think about that data can be used. So data is also in using in the data science is using in the technology field, like real type data science application we use, like operating a self-driving car. In the self-driving car has like can we be train our system, our vehicle with the help of the all data, all information, what type of information is required during the driving a car. And then those, based on those data, vehicle is going to be analyze those things and give the decision and make the decision to when he going to stop on the intersections, we're going to move on that intersection, like red signal is going to stop, green signal is we started to moving, that type of things. And using to search engine, whatever we are searching in the current time, if you using to search engine like Google and those things, if you searching something particular, so next time when you're going to search, the Google going to suggest you similar result. So when you open the Google and those type of websites, search engine things, so that is the example of search engine. They can be find out the what type of data you are required. According to your data, they are recommending you to be, you can use, you are oftenly using the this type of information, you are searching on this type of information, so you maybe you like that those information more. Talking about the chatbot for the customer services, that is the application. Now we have to we are talking to even though each university has this, if you go to login and they give us some pop up some chatbot, and they will ask it how may I help you, and if you get the you are just write that your question, they will give you in answer, that is answer is going to be automatically they are generated, those are answers. So that is the some example, and we're going to be more detail of the some applications in the next coming slides. So let's see about the data science life cycle, how to this data science life cycle is work. So as we talk about to the in starting, that is the data science is work, that life cycle is depend on this all 7 basic things. First we have to data understanding. Data understanding means we have to trying to understand the available data and find the problem need to solve with the data. Means what we have data, those data according to we need to understand why this data is we are using, and what is the problem we are going to solve with this data. We need to understand the whole or data first. Second, we have to the data mining. Data mining is using to collect, scrap the required data according to your work, according to your project things. Then we going to clean the data. Third is data cleaning. Data cleaning is to fix the inconsistency within the data and try to find the missing value. If you have some huge data when you are collect and scrap those data according to your project, but maybe possible there is some missing data that cannot make you give you the better result. So for that we are clean the data, we are doing the data cleaning, that's part. And then we call to the data exploration, from the hypothesis about to define the problem by the visually analyzing the data. So in data exploration we make that the hypothesis, like okay, we have this data, then what type of hypothesis gonna be used with this specifically this in data exploration things. We need to explore the data possible results, what type of possible result gonna be happen, that type of thing. Third, we have to feature engineering. Next we have to the feature engineering. It means they select the important features from the data, one construct the more meaningful using or raw data with the we have those things. So like data we have, feature engineering means we finding the feature, basic features of the giving data, how to we are making or construct the data and according to our requirement, according to what we are requiring those things. Then we have to predictive modeling. Predictive modeling is with using train with the models, evaluate the performance and use them to make predictions and all things. So predictive modeling is provide to that, like we using the regressions and those type of statistics methods to be predict the based on the data what type of possibilities gonna be happening, doing the analyzing the data, that things. And last we have to data visualization, like what we are going to predict, we going to present in the form of predictions form. So we can present to be interactive graphical form that can be easily to understand. That's the data visualization. It says that communicate the finding with the others using to plot with the interactive and visualization things. So that things is making like we have most of the time we can see this type of some graph is coming, some bar graph chart like this are talking about to the, for example, in the stock market. So stock market is there is a giving to the year, and here is the from the what type of amount the stock is going to up and down. So we can predict using to this graph, we can visualize, we can think about, we can see easily and to easily understand. For example, this is a 2019 and this is a 2020 and this is 2021. So we can easily find out that okay, in this year, in this era, in this year the data was were like 5, the some particular stock, for example Apple company, their stock is on like 5 billions, 5 billions, and next year it gonna be in 2021 it is increased like, sorry, 2020 it will increase more than like 10 million, and next again some this year is going to be reduced. So in this is the easily to understand that how to be stock of the some particular company is going to up and down. So that can be easily understanding. So that is the work of the visual uh, data visualization. Yeah. Yes, professor. Yeah. Yes. Where is come from? So that data we can collecting, we can gathering from the different sources. Is depend on to what type of problems we are going to solve. According to that problem, we are going to collect the data. We can to store the data and try to understand. For example, we are going to work on this stock market predictions things. We have a problem. We have to going to solve. We're going to predict that what is the next few years. What is the value of particular? Yeah. To, oh, right. Yes. Yep. No, that, yeah, for data understanding is we are like already collect the data. We have that in the data mining. We are going to collecting the particular project based data. For example, we are going to talking about to the stock market, and we in the some particular company, but in the there is already available lot of data, right? The different companies. So we are collecting those data, we are understanding those data, what data we are going to solve, and then in data mining we are talking about okay, we are going to some particular company, right? Some for example some Samsung or some Apple company. So we are going to mine only those company data from the getting from the whole systems, whole lot of data from the big data places. Thank you. So these are the whole life cycle about to the data mining, data science. So next we're going to talk about to data preparation and data exploration, how to do data preparing and doing the analyzing, and how to be like understanding on those things. So how to we are going to explore those data. So data preparation and analysis, like data preparation alone is typically consumed to 70 to 80% of time. So seldom is the data generated in the corrected, structured, and noiseless form. So the data is transformed and the radiate to the further using to be when we are preparing the data for the things. So data preparation is transformation and sampling of data, checking both the features and observations, and using to statistical techniques to remove the noise. And next, data exploration. In data science, data exploration is the macro view of aiming to formulate better questions about to data to extract more insight and knowledge from it. And data analytics is giving to already has the question and taken the narrower review. So that is also giving the two things, difference between two things, data science and data analytics. people are also sometimes confused about to the what is the data analytics. Maybe they think that okay, data science is also like data analytics, and data science and data analytics is the same as the data science, but there is some different things. Data science, there is a micro, there's a huge big level we are going to do the analyzing and those the exploring the data. And data analytics, we have to be a targeted some particular field, some particular applications or particular things to be using that things. So next, I'm going to show about to data science process. For example, that is the using, we have collecting the real data generations, and they collecting the data from here to be a raw data collections, and then we process the data, and after that we data cleaning, and then we have using to data analysis, exploratory data analysis process, analysis with the data process, and then it's providing to the using the model and algorithms according to what data we are going to use, what type of data process we are required, and then is providing to communicate visual report and data protect with the correcting those things. So that is the whole and also is making the final decisions based on this communication report, the visualization, data visualization report is make the decisions. So and this rest of product of data, that previous all process data can be also again be stored in the real in a real data base, real database, and then it's going to be again mixed with the using to as a previous data, we can call that, that is previous data is going to use. So these are the whole about to the basics of the data science. Next, till now, if anyone has any questions, so now please. No questions, can I move again? Next slide. Okay, thank you. So hope if you were still like confusing about this, is I'm just talking about to the basic about to the data science, to where is come to data and how to process the data, those things. So now we're going to move about to data science techniques, what techniques are we can using for the analysis purpose of things. So next we have talking about to data analysis. So before that, the basic tools and techniques about to data science. We have the tools and techniques of data science are two different things, is not same thing. So techniques is set of procedure that are followed to perform the task, and tools are an equipment that is used to apply that technique to perform the task. And data science applies some operational methods like the technique on the data through various software which are known as a tool, and techniques plus tool is combining the whole system, is called the acquiring data, refining, manipulating, and labeling, and then examining the results of the data. That is the whole data science apply when using the sub operational methods. So before we proceed, so tools and techniques, so let's is refer the, we're talking about data science, so it means there is going to be refer to the huge amount of data that has been collected for the to be used for the research and analysis process. It goes through the various processes such as the like first picked, stored, filtered, and then classified, validate, and analyze, and then process the final visualization. So that is we already talked about in the previous about when we discussed about those data science things. So let's we think about to the techniques. First, in techniques are divided in the two things, like some techniques that gonna use in the business point of view, and some techniques we are using in the more technological like machine learning and deep learning AI fields. So those things are just divided in the two parts. So let's see first business one, there is a using that things is also that some techniques they are also using in the that another field also they are combining things. So data science techniques, like we have first probability and statistics. So it is deal with the predicting to the likelihood of the future events. It's gonna predict about to the what process future is gonna be happen. So it is the while statistics involve the analysis of the frequency of the past events. So what past data we have, based on those past data we need to analyze those things and make the prediction for the what gonna be happen the next distribution method, distribution techniques they using to the mathematical function which provide the possibilities of occurrence of the various possible outcomes. So that is various possible outcome that can occur in the experiment, that can be possible, that can be happening during the when we are analyzing and that doing the some analysis of the data. Those time is experiment we are going to do when we are doing the experiments of data, that can be using for the this distribution techniques things. Next is a set regression analysis. Regression analysis are using to a set of statistical process for the estimating the relationship between the dependent variable and one or more independent variable things. So the regression analysis are providing to the whole statistical process for the data things that can be estimate and find out the dependent and independent. Dependent means what result we are require, and independent is the what result based on that one, that based on the data, those things. And second we have to descriptive statistics they use to describe the characteristics of data and generally used to determine if the sample is distributed normally distributed. That's using the descriptive statistics means they have to use data in a used for the is the basic samples. We have huge amount of data. In those huge amount of data we take it the some samples from there, and based on those sample result we are assuming to what type of data, what type of result or what type of prediction result gonna be generate with this data, this whole big data whole things. So and then we have to inferential statistics. Inferential statistics is make the prediction about a population based on the sample of data taken from the population. Taken the populations are there is a particular specific data set, and from those data sets we taken from there. For example, if we are taking in the descriptive statistics and inferential statistics differences, we find that for example we are going to analyze that what is the level of a whole students in that some particular university. So we take it the some departments students and we analyze those things. And if we are going to be a inferential, that is the we are going to be more going for the population about to some particular field, so to getting that informations. So that is the inferential. And then non-parametric statistics they using to data that does not fit a known or well understood distribution is referred to the non-parametric things. So data that does not fit for a known of the well understood means well defining the whole systems. So they are not data that does not fit a known or well understood distribution is referred to the as a non-parametric data. There is a no parameter is defined for the some particular data, then we don't know about those data's features and those things. So those are going to be analyzing with this non-parametric analysis. And then last we have to the hypothesis. Hypothesis analysis is the make the assumption about the population parameters. Make that assumption is the positive hypothesis or negative alter hypothesis or fixed hypothesis. Based on this hypothesis make the assumption about to some data. Okay, this data is looks like that, then that possible the future of the data is going to be possible. Like for example, if we feel like the last 10 years data stock share of the some particular company, and that is company is giving to the going day by yearly by the higher, then we can predict that okay, next coming years is gonna be next again next few 10 years this company going to be a very big huge company, and that we're going to be given the very big profit in the stock market if you invest the money now. So that type of make the some hypothesis, even though it's not possible, like sometimes is that company is going to be like this type of some like corona and those type of some pandemic and that type of situations, the job and the company is going to be reduced to going to be a stop things, then it is be make that hypothesis things we can assume, and we can based on assumption we can make the decision things. Next we have to like AI and those things we talking about to the some applications. We have to linear regression, logistic, neural network. K means clustering, decision trees. So these are the techniques we are mostly used in the some AI and decision making technologies, things, artificial intelligence, deep learning, machine learning applications field. So there is a linear regression. That is, linear regression is perform a task to predict the dependent value. For example, y is based on the given the independent value. Is similar as the previously we talked about the regression analysis, is regression in statistics things. So next we have to talk about the logistic regression. That is, logistic regression used to predict a data value based on the prior observation of the data set. So logistic is used to predict the data based on the there is a what observation we are seeing the previously. Based on those we make that the our new predictions or future prediction of the some particular field, particular data things. And we have to the neural network. Neural network is a set of algorithm or model that can be used loosely after the human brain and that are designed to the recognize the pattern. Neural network, that is the using to the more deep learning like applications, for example self-driving cars, some robotics applications. So neural network is the providing making a decision based on the feature extraction. For example, if we have this for example, that is the some picture of human and we want to know about to the how what are this picture is representing, means how to this picture is human but how what he is doing now. So in their features, if we are using to this neural network applications, so like we have to CNN and RNN, some applications, neural network algorithms, that methods we can use. So we can extract to the features of this small parts of this image, and then we those features will be using and making to the max pooling and those values, and we create that information to be a this is the human picture and it is the moving, it is going to be a forward. So that type of decision can be taken, can be used for this neural network techniques. We can use that algorithm methods and algorithms can be used to help us to be predict and detect the some particular applications field. Next, like k mean clustering, that is the k mean is the number of the k value of some particular neighbor, means clustering is to find the observation that share important characteristics and classify them together into the cluster form. So that k means clustering. And last we have to the decision tree, that it is the use to categorize or make a prediction based on how a previous set of the question where is answered. Means for example, tomorrow we are going to play for some game, but if there is not no rain, if rain is happen then we play the football, if not happen then we play to another play to the baseball. That type of some make the decisions or make the this tree, that in the tree form, binary tree form, that things it will be using to be this decision tree methods for the decision tree techniques in the data science. So that is the all about to there is still have some more sub techniques on their things. So but I'm not giving that those two. As I talk about in neural network, we have to RNN, CNN, k means regression, like supervised unsupervised learning is also there in the machine learning field, those field. So those techniques will come to uh, not not covering in this class, but in future when we get the time then we will cover those things also. So that is the all about to the techniques. Still have any questions then please let me know. Anyone has any questions? Professor Tang, Professor Joshua, yeah, any questions? If not, no questions, then we're gonna move forward again. Next things we're going to talk about the tools and the data tools, about to what type of data science tools are using in some particular these techniques. we use inside of the tools, and with the help of the tools we can be analyzing those informations to for the data, analyzing and making the decisions things. So data science will less exploring to the tools which are used to work on data in the different processes. As mentioned in earlier, data does go through a lot of processes in the which it is the collected, stored, worked upon and analyzed things. That is the whole about to data science. And then it is for easy understanding, the tool is defined here are categorized according to their processes. So as we know that how there is a different processes like collections, storage, extraction, cleaning, analysis and visualization. So next I'm going to talking about those tools. Not those are these are the all completed tools, but yeah, they are the most famous and most using tools in the this data science field. So these are the collection we talking going to be one by one about the each tool, like data collection tools to be used to store a huge amount of data stored in the shared computers, interact with it, provide a platform to unite the servers so that data can be accessed easily. We use to data storage tool. The storage tool used to store the huge amount of data stored in the shared computers, interact with it, provide a platform to unite and servers to the so that can be accessed to easily by the when we require those data. Data extraction tool, like extraction tools are also known as the web scraping tools, automated extract information and data automatically from the website and other places. And data cleaning, there is integrated with the database. Data cleaning tools are time saving and reduce the time consumption by searching, sorting and filtering data to be used for by the data analysis. And data analysis tool, they are using to data analyzing tool not only to analyze, that is the data and study data modeling to draw the useful information out of the data which is conclusive and helps to making the decision for the some particular application when we going to be use that data, why we are using those data and what we are our work and what we are going to define things. And data visualization tools, they are those tools are going to support to be a visualize whole data results, and they are collected through the various methods which include the online service, interviews, forms and information gathered. And those data visualization are providing to be a to visual results of the what exactly we are required, what we are going to do things. So these are the first data collection tool. We use the like Sementria, Tracker, and other so many others tools. So Sementria tools is providing the cloud-based tool. It is the extract data information from the analyzing the text and sentiments in it. And high-end this natural linguistic programming is natural language programming based tool. And tracker it will use to data collects the data especially on the social media platform by uh, tracking the feedback brands and products used for the monitoring and can be great value for the marketing companies. And in except these two others, there is some more tools like text semantic analysis, content management, for example open text and open crawling tool. So these are the some basic collection tools that is the very useful to current time their people using for their research, their collection purpose. Then second, we have storage tool. We have like Hadoop. Hadoop is Apache. Hadoop is the providing a framework for the software. There is a deal with the huge data volume and computation provides a layered structure to distribute this storage of data among the clusters and cluster of the computer for using to data processing of the big data. Apache Cassandra, they are free and open source platform. They use for the SQL and CSL Cassandra structured language to communicate with the database and provide the swift availability of data stored on the various servers. Mango database, that Mango database is the database about to document oriented and free to use, available for the multiple platform like Windows, Solaris, Linux, and easy to learn and is reliable tool. And then miscellaneous and other tools we have like Couch database, Apache Ignite, Oracle NoSQL database, So many other basic tools is also available. Data extraction tools, we have Octopus, Content Grabber, and miscellaneous tools also like Octopus. Octopus is the web scraping tool available in the both free and paid version. It gives the data as output in the structures spreadsheet which are readable and easy to use for the further operations. It will be extract phone numbers, IP addresses, email IDs along with the different data from the websites. And content grabber are the using to web scraping. It is also web scraping tool, but it comes with the advanced skills such as the debugging and error handling. Extract the data from the almost very every website and provide the structured data as output to the user's preferred and ease and formats, user preferred formats. Miscellaneous, we have other so many tools like Mozenda, Penthao, and import.io. So these are the some other tools we can use for the data extraction point of view. Some data, we have data cleaning tools also. There is a data cleaner. It is work with the Hadoop database and this very powerful data indexing tool. It improves the quality of data by removing duplicates and transforming them into the one record, and it finds the missing patterns and specific data groups. Refine open, it is open refine tools. This is refining the tool, deals with the transient data and it clean before the transforming it into the another form, and is provide to data access with the speed and easy way. And others are data cleaning tool like MapReduce, RapidMiner, and Talent, and some others more tools are there. In analysis, those are the we have the mostly using for the analysis purpose to use this R programming, data science with the R. This R language is using to help to statistic computing and graphics, represent visual representations. It support the various platform like Windows, Mac operating system, and Linux. We use a widely used by the data analysis and statistician. For the researchers, they are mostly using this R programming. Apache Spark is a powerful analytic engine that provides real-time analysis and process data along with.
But to fully
Yep.
clarify, thank you, but you have almost more than 2 minutes now. I have plenty of time remaining.
Oh,
So wrapping up at very
okay. So these are the just, basic tools that we can using in the our analysis point of view, and there is a Python programming and languages and those things. And these are the some visualization we have using to next visualization tool: Python, Tableau, Orange, Google Fusion, and some others basic tools, Data Wrapper, Olic. So these are the applications that is already available on the in the free, some are free of course, some are paid things. So these are the very basic tools and they're using for the visualization point of view. And last we are going to talk about to the applications of the data science applications, as we have to particular anomaly detection, pattern recognition, predicting. So this data science can use of this type of some features to be do when we are doing the analyzing the when we are going to apply this data science in the some particular field. So like for example, anomaly detection they using to cyber security, fraud detection, pattern recognition using the risk management, financial trading, predictive the using to the marketing and stock market and those things. Recommendation we can use online and retain streaming. Classification we use the email and documentation, marketing and customer services. And conversational we use the AI assistant and those type of autonomous vehicle, self-driving cars. So these are the some applications to where we use some these methods of the in data science. And these are the application field: healthcare, finance, manufacturing, transportation, and e-commerce and banking fields. So these are different application field can be used. So nowadays everywhere is the data, so data is the very important and can be used for the analyze purpose and visualize purpose thing. And for example, here is this is a one of my patent. So I used to be explain these things to just for the in here we can see these are the servers. Based on this blockchain servers, the vehicles are coming and analyzing them very quickly. These are the self-driving car, and based on this they had decided that which car is going to be first and not which car is going to be a late second, and they are how to controlling their speed. This all processes transportation autonomous vehicles are based on this whole data analysis things. based on that data analyzing and making the quick decision, and they will decided to use the application. And the another applications have this is just patent. This is agriculture. This is the data science providing to visualization point of view. We can use to customers from the agriculture, from sensors, from the field to the consumer. How to be this data science going to be execute, and the data science going to be work. That is the even
That's
application.
interesting. Thank
Yeah,
you for
that's
walking
that's
through
all.
that.
Thank you very much.
Have a good next week.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Have a good day.